Great. Okay. Yes, it's us. We're good with that. The thing on the screen will go away. We'll be fine. Okay. So welcome to our first Foster Youth Council meeting of the 2024-2025 school year. Thank you all for being here. This is our agenda for the evening. And hopefully you also have a link to it somewhere. I see some anonymous animals, so that's a good sign. We'll start with introductions in just a moment, just so that everyone knows who is who on the call. And then if we have caregivers joining us, we've saved some time for any of their concerns. And then we'll see if anyone wants to volunteer for any offices, you know, if we happen to have a quorum, which I don't know if we do. Then we'll see if anyone wants to be an officer. And get some updates from PUSD. So that is our basic overview for today. I'm gonna go ahead and stop share so we can do introductions. And I'll just leave. Yes, we'll all be here. Okay, great. So I'll start. I'm Lily Bartenstein. I am a parent and the chair of this committee. I adopted my son from foster care last November, and he is now a senior at PHS. So that's me. I'll go around the screen. James.
Hello, everyone. I'm James Russell. I've been working in specifically in the youth and foster care department of PUSD. So I'm here this year, and this is my third year in PUSD, and I'm one of the, which we'll get to the updates, but I'm one of the 2 point people for all matters youth and foster care related.
Awesome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for holding down the fort on the youth and foster care team update. Awesome. Brenda.
Hi, y'all. I'm Brenda Lynch, and I am with Coffee with a Cause, which is out of Rosebud Cafe, and we do internships, 15-month internships for TAY youth, and I was invited to join tonight to hear what's going on and tell you a little bit about us.
Thank you so much. Yes, we have your flyer, so I would love to talk about that when we get to announcements. It's great. Awesome. Sierra.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sierra Daswick. I'm the program director over the college programs here at CYFC, and I'm also a former foster youth.
Thank you so much for being here. Cynthia.
Hey everyone, my name is Cynthia. I'm the program manager for partnerships and college champions for College Access Plan. In case you don't know what College Access Plan is, or CAP, we offer free college readiness support throughout PUSD.
Great, thank you so much for being here. Susan.
Hi, my name is Susan. I'm with Pasadena Education Network, and I'm just here to listen and learn.
Thanks for being here, Susan. Jeff, you're connected to audio, but it's okay. It's fine. We got you.
Hi, everybody. Jeff Albert with Collaborate Pasadena. It's good to be here.
Thank you, Jeff. Eric.
Hello, everyone. Eric Trego, Special Education Coordinator. So I am the link between you guys and the Special Ed Department.
Thank you so much for being here, Eric. Jennifer, if you're able to connect.
I finally got it working. So hi, I'm Jennifer. I'm school board vice president and a member of this committee. And thank you for having me. Bye.
Thanks so much. Kim.
Good evening, everyone. Kim Kenny, school board member, and good to be here. Starting early, I see, even before the first day of school.
I did it last year too, to be fair. I put things on calendars and then I have to do them. I don't know. Zoe.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Zoe King. My pronouns are she, her. I am a health educator from Planned Parenthood Pasadena in San Gabriel Valley. I am actually just standing in for my colleague, Francesca, who is the manager of foster youth programs at our organization, but I do work closely with her to facilitate, like, of course, the workshops that we do for youth and care. So, hi, everyone.
Great, thanks for being here. Natasha?
Hello, everyone. I'm Natasha Mahone. I work with College Access Plan as well. I'm also on the LCAP PAC and represent the African American Parent Council. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Judy?
Hi, guys. Jennifer, I was fooling with my sound too. I had a horrible time. I cannot seem to make it work the way it's supposed to. Anyway, so I am a retired special education assistant. And I have been involved with this committee probably for maybe 6-7 years, and I think it's extremely important after having experiences with foster kids in classrooms.
Thank you, Judy. Who else is at the table? Scott?
Hi, I'm Scott. You want to go first?
I don't mind. I was looking this way. I was so intrigued.
No?
We're not on there, yeah.
No. Yeah, go for it. I'll go.
Yeah.
Great. My name is Jasmine. It's nice to see everyone, and I am from enrollment and parent engagement, and I am here to just see how I can continue to support Foster Youth Council.
Thanks, Jasmine. Scott?
And I'm Scott Harton. Let's see, I'm a member of the LCAP Parent Advisory Committee. I am also the Communications Director for PTA Council of PUSD. Yeah, I'm a parent of 2 great daughters and happy to be here.
Thank you, Scott. Okay. What's that? Yeah. I think we got everybody. Did everybody say hi? I think that's the whole room. Awesome. Great. I don't see any other caregivers. My only issue as a caregiver is the one I've had. This is now the 3rd year where when we do data confirmation, we don't have tags and areas for our social workers or our attorneys. So that's a thing to keep on when we're adding the contact information for those important contacts, we don't have a way to flag them and identify them as those things. So that is a thing I think we need to keep working on because those are important people for our kids to have included. And we need to be able to tell which ones they are. The catch-all in Aries is trying to remember now. It's something I don't remember what the catch-all is, but it's like an agency representative. But that description doesn't capture that those 2 people are the specific advocates, and they are also people who are required to be notified under AB 740. So I think it matters that we make sure our site level staff know who those people are and how to contact them. So that's an ongoing Lily project to talk about, and it's my August meeting comment. I don't know if we have any other caregivers on the call with issues of concern today. Okay. Our next item on the agenda, I'll screen share, is our nomination and election of officers, but I'm not sure if we have, I think we may need to do a little bit, another round of making sure people actually join the voting membership, because right now a bunch of our previous members, their membership has expired. So I think that's where we stand from a parliamentary process standpoint.
What's the process to actually?
It's a fill out a Google form. Yeah, it's a fill out a Google form and then you magically become a voting member. So everyone expired except for me and Jeff this year. And Vanessa and Sherelle have resubmitted their applications, but I think I need to send out another reminder to the rest of our team. So I'm thinking maybe we should table election of officers until our next meeting, just so that we have some more folks with voting privileges. If anybody knows anyone else who wants to join, as I was saying before we got started, this is my last year. My kid is graduating. I need a Kamala in this situation real quick. So let's do some outreach so I can go take a nap. We'll see what happens. See how it goes. So I think we should skip ahead and go ahead and do our updates from PUSD. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop our screen share. James, do you wanna tell us what's going on in the youth and foster care world?
Sure. So on the 2 bullet points that I saw there on your agenda, as Lily mentioned earlier, Brian Stanley had been our liaison for the district last year. Currently, he is unable to do that at the moment, and I'm not exactly sure when he'll be able to step back into the role. So for now, our team, because of some of the budget cut issues that went on during last year, is now is smaller. So my colleague Angela Mendoza and I are going to be the points for youth and foster care matters in the district. And then, sorry, I can't see the agenda on this full screen. What was the second point, Lily?
I just wanted to make sure we had contact information and who's doing what.
Sure.
Like, who do I talk to about what stuff? And if you want to drop that in the chat, then
Sure,
I can
definitely.
make sure to include it when I send out my other s'more.
Great. Yes, I'll add that here.
Thank you.
And yeah, and I'm sorry, I think there was a second bullet point on the agenda that I was supposed to respond to. What was it?
It was just contact info. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So
But if you can just tell us, is there a division in terms of your responsibilities right now, or are we still sort of settling into what the picture looks like? Because I know there were 2 different job descriptions that had been approved, but I didn't know.
Exactly. Yeah, we are kind of in the settling phase, sorry. But overall, the main differentiation is that my colleague Angela Mendoza is going to be especially responsible for best interest determinations.
Okay.
Participating in triage, and also for transportation and that type of role. So she's going to be assisting with a lot of that out of the district office. And then I'm going to be focusing more on school sites and trying to help support the schools and students academically, bringing them resources, and also making sure that the on-site resources, like the other adults that are there to help students on site at the campuses, are able to coordinate effectively, and that I bring to their attention student needs that they may not otherwise know. So I'm going to try to bring those pieces together to make sure the students get like full coverage of all their needs.
Okay, great.
And I will have more updates as we go.
I'm sure. Yeah. And I'm guessing you're also going to be working closely with the LACO team and CYFC as well, since they'll be working on our sites this coming year, correct?
Yes. So since we are the youth and foster care team now, definitely we'll be coordinating with everybody.
Okay, great.
And I'll also put contacts in the chat too. If anybody ever has any questions of any kind, I'm absolutely here. Please let me know. Oh yes, I see a chat. To repeat Angela's role. Sure. Angela Mendoza is going to be working primarily on the best interest determinations. So when students are leaving the district, they need to have a best interest determination meeting to figure out, okay, have they been advised of all their rights? Do they know they have the right to return to their school of origin or to the last school they were at, and to meet with their educational rights holder to make sure they've been advised of everything that their students are entitled to. And then she will also be participating in meetings with incoming students and also with transportation. So if students are having transportation issues, she's going to be trying to get them set up with resources they need. And I'm sure there'll be a little bit of overlap in our duties through the year since our team is small, but that's her primary role as of now.
So yeah, I'm guessing she would also probably support making sure all of the enrollment documents are transferring correctly and all of that stuff too, like sorting out when we have students incoming in the enrollment process to make sure we're getting their full form from wherever they're coming from.
Exactly. And that's fortunately one thing that is definitely a strength of Angela's and that she's super passionate about is is making sure that all of these documents are properly shared and that they're going to be available no matter what happens in the future. So like one step that we've already taken, for example, is I've asked my supervisor to help us create a shared drive so that any future members of the foster youth team can pool documents, pool information. So no matter what happens in the future, it will be available for anybody that comes onto the team to ensure continuity. Yeah. And yes, and I see you, Zoe, your chat there. Yeah, we did work a lot with PPSGV in the last 2 years, and you guys are awesome. So thank you for being really cool.
Judy, what was your question?
Yes. Do you know how many foster youths we have starting the school year and in what categories?
Which categories?
Well, so there's foster youth, the family foster youth, and then foster youth that aren't family ones. Maybe you can tell me what other categories. I know I should know that.
Oh no, not at all. Sorry. I just meant, I was thinking, did you mean like by grade level but I see what you mean, right? By like placement type. Sure. So we do have PUSD is home to a good amount of STRTPs, which used to be called group homes. Therefore, we do have a pretty high population of students on average that are in STRTPs. And we also do have a good amount that are living with family or with foster parents. Right now, I've been putting together a rough total. However, I'll be able to give you more accurate details in the next meeting because the first 2 weeks of school, we're going to find out so many things like, oh, well, the student just transferred or the student was enrolled, but you know what? They had a change of placement. And in the first 2 weeks of school, there are going to be so many changes.
James, it's okay. It's okay if you don't know the numbers. Next month will be fine. And I think broken into categories, maybe also, and I don't know if Eric would have something to put into this, how many kids are on IEPs?
So Judy, I do have that data from last spring. Let me just screen share it quickly because that'll give us a picture at least of where we were last year by the end of the year.
Okay.
So foster youth by placement type cumulative, and this would have been closer to, I don't remember if this was in our March meeting maybe or our April meeting. So cumulative is all students who have been identified as youth in foster care, whether they've left the district or entered the district. It's everybody counts once. And these were out of that group. 126 of them were in foster family homes and 94 were in STRTPs or congregate care. So we had 72 students exit the district. And out of that group, about half of them, it looks like we're able to have a BID or a little less than half of them. And then I also was able to get special education data. So we had 61 of those students were in special education. Half of them were placed in a special day class placement. And then an equal sort of slice were in the care program and non-public schools. And then there were a few in gen ed and a few in PALS and home hospital. So that is the most recent data that I have easy access to from last year, but I think it gives us a good sense of sort of who we're talking about within that subgroup of about 220 or 100 and I think it was maybe 160 in census day data last year. I don't remember. I can also share this with you again too, so that you have it.
Here. Okay, thank you.
Sure.
What a good job you do.
It's a Google Doc. I can keep track of it.
Does anyone else have any other questions for me?
I just had one more. Does it
Sure.
look like the triage is going to be able to be set up so that it is functioning in a timely manner so that kids will be able to go through the triage process and determinations made best on their needs?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The triage process,
Mhm.
does it appear that it's
Oh,
going
it's
to
here.
be more functional?
Yes.
And that it's actually happened, because I think it's seriously very important that this actually is in place and working.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. So we actually have a couple, one thing that I think I can speak on this, even though it's not like officially out necessarily, but we've been working a lot with our partnership with Alliance for Children's Rights,
Okay.
the rights organization that
Right.
specifically, yes, okay. We've been working a lot over the last year in our partnership with Alliance on this very issue, because our amazing Jill Rowland, that is our contact person there, gave us a lot of great advice on how we might revamp, triage, streamline it, make it even better. For the moment, because our supervisor is out, that is on pause. However, the processes that will still be in place. So we're not going to completely change and revamp them yet, but yes, triage is absolutely going forward. Angela, my colleague, has been all week contacting various stakeholders to try and set the meetings up, and including contacting special education so that we can go ahead and start placing students that are going to be enrolled soon. So does that help a little bit?
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's very positive, because things have looked a little dark and dismal. Anyway, thank you so much, James.
Of course. And if you, when I put my contact in the chat, if you ever want to reach out to me, email is great. I sometimes move sites, so email works best, but
Okay.
reach out anytime if you ever want to talk or have a question, just anything. So let me know.
I'm not sure you want to give me that privilege.
Now, I'm taking the challenge. I'm taking the
Okay.
challenge on. I think it's going to be good. I can do this. I know we got this. Okay.
Yeah, and Judy, also that is one of the actions in the new LCAP, was to really focus on our enrollment process. So I'm hopeful that that will sort of point us in the right direction. We were not able to get the data, the metric that I was hoping for it. So I believe our metric of whether we're enrolling students right now is like suspension rates or something, and attendance, when it should be something like how many days before, like between when you apply for enrollment and when you're in a classroom, would be a great metric to know if we're doing it immediately as per the law or whatever. But we'll get there. So that was something that we've been talking about through that planning process also.
And that reminded me of one thing actually that is nice to share. One great thing is during the last school year, probably, I'm sure Lily probably has already announced this, but during the last school year, one nice thing was that our Office of Enrollment for the district, right, which functions independently of ours, of course, like they were very like cooperative and helpful, and allowing us to bring ideas for how we could retool our enrollment forms so that we make even more concise language for caregivers to fill out, to make sure that they're checking boxes and answering questions that will absolutely identify if a student is a youth in foster care. So it's a small thing, but it's one nice step forward toward.
And it's something that we've been talking about, because one of the challenges can be if you're a caregiver or you're a new foster parent, you don't know me already, you don't know James already, then if you go to say, I want to enroll now, it sends you to open enrollment. And that's not what I want to do. If I'm bringing a new kid into my home, I want to enroll them now. And so making sure we have those sort of clear pathways so that when we're trying to bring somebody new into the district, there's a clear way to enroll somebody right away for immediate enrollment, as opposed to process an open enrollment packet. And I think that that's something that's also in progress with our new shiny website.
And James, this is decades in the making. So this is all positive that hopefully this is coming together. So thank you.
Absolutely, yes. And I honestly am really excited about a lot of the stuff we got to do with Alliance last year. It's been, I know it's just like a little tough because, you know, starting this year in our budget cuts, we've had to like deal with some extra things and put out some extra fires, but I really want to see like what's best for the students get enrolled. And honestly, I've seen a lot of buy-in on it and I'm excited. So and I assure you, like, we're going to push forward as soon as we can to try and make that happen. But it's really, I personally think it's great that people who are like quote unquote on the outside, right, using the actual forms, using the site, I think it's great to get your feedback because you're going to find out things that I'm not going to find out from my perspective necessarily. So please always feel free to share those and I'll make sure we can keep a running list if you want. We can share a Google Doc and then you can bug me and say, did you tell them yet? Like, did you tell them? Like, I'm totally okay with that.
I will.
Okay, I bet. All right, great. Sounds
Judy
good.
probably won't use the Google Doc, but she'll send you an email.
Yeah, she can. Okay, got you. Oh,
Yeah.
Google Docs is foreign language to me.
I'll
Sorry.
type it in for you. I'll type it in. I got
That's
you.
where we lose Judy, is in the Google Doc. The emails, we got her. She's with us. Awesome.
So, yeah, great. But it was nice to see everyone today. Did anyone have any other questions for me before I?
I know that in the past you had a vision for the website. I don't know if there's any sort of progress on what the youth in foster care, making them not say things that are from the ancient past.
Yeah.
Foster care pages.
Yeah,
It's a journey.
It is a journey. When I came in 2022, I proposed a revamped website design that would also include like stuff for caregivers and guardians. And yeah, at that time, it was very unfortunate. The reason that derailed was because right at that moment, our webmaster got a job full-time teaching, which is really cool. But then they were like, yeah.
Not webmaster.
Yeah, not what I wanted. So this year, I'm hoping that would be something.
We're gonna try again.
Yes, everything from year one, I still remember and I still try. But I actually, during the summer, I started working on a little miniature website that would I can't air it to the public, but I worked on a website where we could like pool all our resources. And I'm gonna try to fly that idea to our supervisors to see like, can we at least do this internally? And hopefully that will maybe get some inspiration going to kind of say, look, we've already got the design laid out. So if we want to just copy paste this over to the real internet and make it official, that's my hope.
We could do.
I mean,
I think
James, do you
Yeah.
know that that we actually worked on a toolbox? I don't
Yes.
know the status
Oh,
of
he's
the
seen
toolbox.
it.
Yes, I've seen
Okay,
it.
all right.
Yes.
All right.
I was
It's
in on the
linked
group.
in all my emails.
Yes, I was one of the early adopters.
I
Okay.
should probably update that toolbox. I should put that on my to-do list. Because there's such a great my favorite thing that I don't know that I've added yet is there's a tool that DCFS built that's like a questionnaire where you can see what things you qualify for depending on like all of your choices, especially for transition age youth. It's super useful. It's like instead of having to read a PDF and sort through it, it's super helpful. Anything else for James?
Thank you, James.
Sorry, who said that?
Oh,
Scott just said thanks.
I said
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, of course. Yeah, it was great to see everyone today. I'll put our contacts in the chat before I leave. So you'll have everything there.
Great.
Please email me anytime. And I would love to hear from all of you. And you'll be hearing from me.
Great, thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Eric, do you want to tell us a story about special education? What's new and exciting?
So Lily, I did share the org chart with you via email. If you want to, I don't know if you want to put it up on the screen.
I would love
while
to.
you-
1 second.
And then while you find it, I can talk about the PALS program really quick for some of you that are not familiar with that
Awesome.
program. So PALS stands for Pasadena Adult Living Skills Center, which is a program that is aimed at our students, which are 18 to 22, that had a previous IEP in the past. This this program is specifically for students that are not in a diploma track, but rather in a certificate of completion program during high school. There is a couple of things that they have to complete before they attend. So they have to be 18 years or older, have completed 4 years of high school, have an active IEP IEP while transferring there, and are residents of Pasadena. So those are the four main requirements. Now, what the PALS program do, they specialize in community walks, vocational activities, recreational, leisure activities, domestic, and some functional academics as well.
And
At the
performances.
moment,
They do great performances, I've heard.
they do, especially in the summer. We're awesome. For now, we have, as of today, we have 52 adult students. We have 3 teachers, 1 TOSA, which is a teacher on special assignment. And then we have about 15 instructional aides. All of our students are provided with transportation on a curve-to-curve basis. And this program has been with us for quite some time. I think it's a little bit over 10 years. It is located at what the former Wilson School is at. It's
Wilson? Wilson?
Wilson, yes. Any other questions in terms of the PALS program?
I have one.
Sure.
Do we know if our students who will be graduating with an alternative diploma in the new alternative diploma pathway, will they be like able to access PALS?
Unfortunately, no.
Question, huh? No?
Yeah, but
So
there's no.
But they don't count towards our graduation rate. That's so tricky. That's so sneaky. Okay.
It's tricky. I mean,
okay.
I think we're barely beginning to see that alternative diploma and see how it works and see if our students can move forward after that.
Okay.
But our PALS program is really more for our life skills students that are, unable to live independently.
A lot of 18-year-olds are not great at living. Okay.
Any other questions?
Any other PALS questions? Okay.
Great.
I wasn't able to get the org chart to open, but you should have sharing privileges if you have it open.
Let me see.
Or if you want to try dropping it in the chat.
You want me to share it on my screen?
Sure.
Let me try it.
See what happens. Here we go. Okay.
All right, let me, what did I do here? Hold on. Oh, I think I just lost it, but let me find it. Can you see it?
Not quite yet. It's a blank white page. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's here. Oh, cool.
All right, awesome. So I can talk a little bit of what, so we have SF.
Yes, because I know we have a reorg in your department as well this time.
So it's a big reorganization of our department. We are down to 4 coordinators. We have 1 vacant. So we are in the process of hiring 1. Sally Iverson has a new position, which is a SELPA administrator. So she's going to be doing more of a SELPA duties, along with, the NPS, a couple of RTCs, the CAC. Myself will be doing secondary, which is middle school and high school. And then Clara Valdez, which is our one of our coordinators, will be doing all elementary. Ingrid Alvarez, which is one of our coordinators, is solely in charge of the pre-K program. And then we have a vacant one, which is going to be doing a little bit of our private schools, Urban Collaborative, and some professional development and training. Vivian Huang is our interim director at the time. And that's really who we have for the moment.
Do you think you have enough jobs to do?
I mean, if it should keep me busy for about 8 hours. So.
Probably more.
So this is what we have for today. It's changing. It might change as we get the new coordinator, depending on who we get and what the background is.
Yeah, I'm getting an error from Gmail, Natasha. I don't know if Eric, do you know if you would be able to drop it into the chat in Zoom, maybe, just to make sure I can push it out to everyone?
Okay, let me try. Anything else on this one?
If it's on the, I'm just trying to make sure we can get a copy of it since I'm not able to open it on my end.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. All right.
So
you're not the first one, so we've had some issues with it. All right.
You can try dropping it in the chat too and see if that comes through. Oh boy.
Oh Lord, yeah. I don't try this one and see if it works. It's what I was able to get. Some of our documents are we can't really share with a lot of people, but this is the org chart that went out to all the schools, so I should be able to share.
Okay.
With you guys.
Yeah, it's
if not, I can send you guys an email and I'll forward it to you all.
Eric, that'd be great. If you can just maybe even PDF it, save it as an attachment and send the attachment over.
Yeah, I think it'll be better like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because I was getting it as a link and it's not opening. So if I can get it as an attachment, then I'll also attach it when I send out my recap for the meeting.
Perfect.
I have a picture of it on the screen.
Right? It's a fun one. And I don't know if you know if is contact information available from those folks, or is that on the website yet? I guess is my question. I know the website is a work in progress. Is a story. Oh, you're muted. Sorry.
So the website was updated this morning, I believe. So our information along with our picture, extension phone numbers, cell phone numbers are on the website.
Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions for me? All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good, uh-oh, I hid the tab of the agenda. Okay, so then, wow, I'm very good at guessing what time it will be when we get to stuff. So next up is the CYFC and LACO partnerships. So we have Sierra from CYFC. If you have any updates for us as we get ready to go into the school year.
Yes, well, we've successfully launched at Rose City, Pasadena, and John Muir. And so we're super excited about the upcoming school year. We have some fresh new things going on, and yeah, we're just super stoked about it. So that's the latest updates until next time.
Okay, great. And then I don't know if maybe James can tell us where the LACO teams will be, if we know that CYFC, I don't know what the sort of plan or overlap will be. Oh, you have more things for us? Go ahead,
Yeah,
Sarah.
actually, I just have a question. I think I put it in the chat for the, let me go back to it. It was a question I needed to ask. Gosh, I'll just pull it up.
Oh, I see it. The information about RFP for community organizations.
Yes.
I don't know. So CYFC originally wasn't your MOU through special education. I don't know if that has changed.
No, it should be open to.
We don't.
to foster youth in general.
Right. So I just don't know. That would probably be a question for Brian.
Okay,
Maybe James can put that on the list of things and we can follow up.
that would be awesome. That was it.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I don't know that. I don't know that story. I'm a mom. I know a lot of things, but not that particular one.
Grace.
James, do we know? So we have Zoe, she's at CYFC is at Muir, Rose City, and PHS. Do we know, James, do you have any additional information about what the LACO programming might look like? Or are we gonna be sort of moving into that later as the school year starts?
Yeah, that was on a list of like 3 pages long, front and back, that I turned into Dr. Reynoso. We should know more information on that tomorrow, or excuse me, on Thursday.
Oh, great.
Be able
Okay,
to update you then.
cool. That would be awesome. And I'm hoping, so our next meeting in September, I'm hoping we can have someone from LACO join us as well, just to make sure that we are all seeing what is happening on which of our sites. Because I know that that'll be the game going forward. Or we'll just call James and be like, James, what's happening here? School sites guy.
Yes, exactly. See, this is great. And I'll be there with one
So
hand.
good.
I'll have the phone here, and then, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, perfect. Awesome. So the next item on my agenda was, I just wanted to mention to this group about the superintendent's budget advisory committee. So one of the pieces that has happened that James was talking about before was we did have a pretty significant budget cut last spring coming into this school year. But we are, as it turns out, not done yet because we still don't have ESSER funds. And also, who knows what money will come from the state ultimately in the end. So what that has created within our district is a need to continue to reduce costs. And that may include various programming, etc. So one of the ways, as I understand it, I didn't watch the whole board meeting presentation, so someone who was there can certainly fill us in on the current story there. But the superintendent's budget committee, or what are we calling them? Budget advisory committee will be a group of folks who include members of the public. So it'll include people like us, members of staff, and it is an application process because they want a relatively small group who have the time and capacity to meet like once a week. Like once a week.
Every week, there's
Yeah.
kind of a strategic budgeting process that they're following. where they
With the
say-
hopes
right,
of
they bracket-
having an idea by December, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so that in December, the board votes on, they when they get to first and.
Here's what we do. Yeah, here's our next move. So I did want to mention that to this group, and I'll share, I've placed the link in the agenda, and I'll share it again here. So this is the Google link for the application. If you are a person with lots of free time to talk about the school budget, that's where you can hang out and.
And it'll interface with the roadmap advisory committee. They're encouraging folks that believe they have some, interest in budgeting.
Right.
To come from the REC as well.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
some interconnectedness as far as that goes.
That's great. Yes, so that will be sort of the venue to give input on what we think is important to pay for as we go forward. And if I had more time, I would go, but I do not. I'm out of time. Out of time. But I hope that is true about transparency, and I'll get to sort of see what they're talking about. Yeah, we'll find out. Okay, so that was that item on our agenda, and then we have arrived at announcements. So I'll just quickly announce our next meeting of the Foster Youth Council will be September 10th. It'll be a Zoom meeting, so I'll Zoom from wherever I am instead of from here. And it'll be at 11 in the morning in order to make sure we're including more of our educational partners who are at work during the daytime and can join us in that way. I will send out another reminder to try and get people to fill out the membership form so that we can have a little bit more of a group. You know anyone who wants to be a co-chair, secretary, you let me know. Otherwise I'll just keep recording the video and we'll pretend minutes happened. So that is mine. For other meetings that we know are coming up in the district, other parent organization meetings, we have the organizational meeting for the LCAP PAC. That'll be next Wednesday, August 21st. So be on the lookout for that agenda if you're on the superintendent's email list of agendas, and maybe we'll try to spread it around a little bit more. And then we also have our first CAC meeting will be August 26th. So that's the Community Advisory Committee for Special Education. And then Natasha has AAPC will be September 3rd. Awesome. Add that. Anyone else have announcements? Brenda, do you want to tell us a little bit about your program and application deadline?
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks for letting me tell you about Coffee with the Cause with our job readiness internship and mentorship. We're out of Rosebud Coffee, which is right on Colorado Boulevard. So best coffee ever if you want to come down and have some. Basically, what it is a 15-month intern and membership program. Starts with soft skills and then 3 months of hands-on training. We have 10 different sites across Pasadena right now. So they cover everything from Rosebud barista training, which you will get certified at the end by the Specialty Coffee Association, which is our big international association. So our interns are certified baristas. And then we have also IT sites, personal training sites, bike repair, also landscaping, construction, and retail. So amazing sites. We work with the youth. They all have to either be foster kids, system impacted, or homeless, 16 to 24. And once they finish their 3-month program, then they get a mentor who stays with them for a year to help them not only get their first job, but thrive in that job and succeed. So our whole mission is to get our foster youth to be able to be on a path to have livable wage careers and move forward. So our next cohort is starting up. We have a deadline of September 1. The flyer is in the agenda. We'd love for you to recommend any kids to us and we'll move forward. So thank you. And if you have any questions, love to answer them. And again, come down to Rosebud. Really great coffee made by some really cool baristas.
Awesome. Thank you. Great to have you guys here.
Join PTA. It's time.
Discuss announcement.
PTA Council, pusd.org/join.
Okay.
Joining season.
It is.
Please find
Send those dues on over.
And those dues over. It's I think there's one of the great ways to get connected to a school culture is through its PTA. And we have now 21 PTAs in PUSD. So PTA Council PUSD.org/join. Please do it.
Awesome. Judy, did you have a question or an announcement?
Well, I would just like to bring up the uniform complaint procedure again, the PUSD uniform complaint procedure. I feel like it is an unknown commodity to a whole lot of folks. It is for all families, all kids, all staff, everybody in the district can file a complaint through the uniform complaint procedure. And I think it's certainly LGBTQ, did I get all that in? Bullying, special ed kids, foster kids. I don't think it gets enough publicity, and people are not aware that it is there for the best interest of the whole district. It is in the local plan for special ed, dealing with foster youth. And anyway, I think it needs to become a bigger priority, Jeff. I think we really need to make it a priority. Anyway, thank you.
Thanks, Judy. She's gonna get a link like right on the main webpage.
Yeah.
She's gonna do it. Okay. I think that's it then.
5 minutes ahead of schedule.
5 minutes ahead of schedule. Well, we didn't elect any officers. You know, do that. Let's do that next time. If they don't elect any officers, I guess that's the president forever. Okay. All right, everyone, thank you so much. I will go ahead and adjourn our meeting tonight. Thanks for being here, everyone.
Thank you for everything you do, Lily.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lily.
Bye.
See you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Yep. Okay. Let's see.
One done.
Yeah, right.
So one.
Agendas, dude. It's my tabs of agenda.